so here's a list I wanted to try out today. It's similar to the list I recently played. It's just kind of more focused on the combo. So we use Hopeless Nightmare to kind of slow our opponent down a little bit, get them to discard a card, and they lose 2 life. Beseech the Mirror is the reason we play this card, so that we can activate Beseech the Mirror and immediately find the card that we need once we have 2 of our pieces out. So let's say we have a Roaming Throne and an Obliterator out, but we need a fight spell, so we get the fight spell, or vice versa. We have these in our hand. We have the Throne out, but we need to get the Obliterator. So it lets us cast it without paying its mana cost, which is pretty sweet. So we immediately get to put it on the board. So I just dropped like one of these. A lot of times these get killed, and I think I added a land, 25th land, just to kind of make sure we hit our lands. I did lower these, and I think 2 is probably honestly the correct number of these. You don't really get to the big spell that often. It is nice when you do get it, but most of the time you don't need that many. So this is the list more focused on Beseech, and I'm still kind of figuring out the right numbers of everything. I may change the cards around a little bit as I'm playing, just to kind of feel it out and see what feels good and what doesn't. I may drop an Obliterator. I may drop a Hopeless Nightmare for other things. I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes. So we are up against Babu going second. I have 2 of the pieces and the Beseech. Let's just try it. I mean, this is just, we're just testing things out right now. Be nice if we drew a Hopeless Nightmare. Because at this point the Beseech is just gonna find us a Roaming Throne, so we want to be able to bargain it. See what happens. That's a beautiful draw. And of course, you know, when this card gets sacrificed, then we can scry too. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, drawn with the Dread Knight, that's fine. Okay, we do have some good things going here. Got the lands, we're just missing the Roaming Throne at this point. And the 5th land, so we just need Roaming Throne and 5th land and we're good to go. And our opponent's not putting pressure on us, which is nice. Drop the Glissa down next turn, force them to interact with it, either kill it or we can block the Dread Knight. Interesting, we're playing like a 4-color deck here. Okay, cool. Well, that's a pretty sweet draw. We just really need a green land at this point. So we can do that with the Beseech on turn 5. Well, no, we can't. Never mind. So we really... Yeah, we need a green land. It's really interesting. Okay, that we are missing a green land. Alright, so we are going to swing in with Glissa. See what he does. If he blocks, it's totally fine. If he doesn't, we're going to kill an enchantment and we're going to draw a card. Be nice if we didn't block. That'd be cool to do something something cool with Glissa. Okay, it's fine. That is totally fine. Really, top deck green mana. Okay, drawing with the Dread Knight and playing the Dread Knight. Is that it? That's all we're doing? Okay, a Death Touch. No, he doesn't have Death Touch. Okay, well there's green mana. Trying to think, do I... Oh, I can't do that because of Cavern of Souls. I didn't even think about that. Well, that's something important. He does not have Death Touch. He could double block the Roaming Throne. I don't want to do that. String with Glissa again. If he wants to keep blocking Dread Knight, we could play that game all day. Because all we're trying to do right now is protect, just keep roaming Throne of Line for a turn. Next turn we play Obliterator and Bushwhack. If he plays something big, that's even better. If not, he still loses 6 permanents next turn, so we're in good shape as long as we can stay alive. With the Roaming Throne at least. If the Roaming Throne dies, which is highly unlikely at this point because he only has 4 mana left, then we still get to remove 3 permanents if he plays Dread Knight again, but we'll see what he does. Okay, that's even better for us. Right, target non-land permanent. Okay, but he can't target the Roaming Throne because it's Ward 2. He can target Glissa though, which is fine. It's totally fine. Good game. I don't even want to play. I don't even want to do that right now. Okay. I don't think he understands. Alright, now he understands. Okay, just for reference, this is where the original list is at currently. So I added in a little more spot removal. And took out a couple of these and the Glissas. The other card that you could put in here that I've toyed around with is 4 Mosswood Dread Knight, and you could just drop a Glissa, drop a Sheoldred, maybe drop 2 of these for 4 Dread Knight. I like that one as well. I would probably get rid of the Go for the Throats just because these are more versatile for killing Planeswalkers. And I did add in a 25th land and took out 1 Gorger just because the Gorger gets killed a lot. And we really need to hit our 4th land. And it's just a 3rd Restless Cottage. So it gives us more green mana for these spells. Plus another way to have creature lands to deal with board wipes and things like that. And here's what the Dread Knight list looks like. So very similar. The reason that I think I like this list the most currently, just because it gives us Dread Whispers and just the ability to draw, and not to mention, like, it doesn't benefit off of this being a Phyrexian, of course, or any of like its ETB effects. But Dread Knight's just such a good card. It's such a nuisance, and then the card draw, it pairs so well with Sheoldred. And then just finding our spells and just digging, and we just use Dread Knight as a blocker over and over again. And also just early game pressure. It forces our opponent to deal with it, and we really just want to use it to draw. So even if we just block at first based on the opponent, it's a way to like just consistently dig for our combo cards. So against like creature decks, that's going to be, you know, such an important card. And I like having just instant speed removal a little bit, just because sometimes the virtue, like we play against some of these decks where the creatures get huge, like enchantments or the double strike decks, or, you know, something that's just can immediately make an impact on our opponent's turn. It's just nice to have a spell to deal with that. And then of course it also deals with planeswalkers, and we have 3 cottage instead here, and we dropped 1 Scrapgorger, like I said, because a lot of times it gets targeted, and that was our way to get to 4 mana. So we just want to have 25 mana so that we're not having mana issues typically. It's nice to ramp into this on turn 3 on a lot of these drops, but a lot of times we're okay with playing these spells, or, you know, these spells. So it's, you know, this card becomes a little less important because of Dread Knight. But yeah, those are the kind of 3 variations that I'm messing around with. I'm still trying to figure out what the best list is. The 5 mana Glissa, that card was really sweet. The problem is it's best of 1, and it's just slow. Like there's a lot of mono red and mono white and soldiers and just decks that to get to this card, if we're lucky, we get it on turn 4. Or if we go Scrapgorger Throne into Herald, but that's, you know, what's that going to happen 1 or 2 times every 100 games? I definitely think in best of 3 it's more of a consideration just to put it in the main board because it is so sweet. But yeah, not in best of 1. I think it's a little too slow. I mean, when I do pull it off, it definitely pretty much wins unless they deal with it right away. But even if they don't, I'm just creating 4 2/2s that I can switch over at any time. It's definitely a fun card, but a little too slow. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm still figuring everything out and testing. But I mean, this deck's been sweet, and it's been fun trying to figure out what the best list is. You can see I dropped a Glissa and a Sheoldred here, and I think that's fine when you're drawing cards constantly. You don't need 4 of those, especially because they're legendary. And then you still play 4 of these because that's, you know, the whole deck, and then they're not legendary either, which is amazing. So this is definitely an odd keep. We don't have any creatures. I don't know, man. When I get hands like this, it makes me just wish I had Dread Knight, because then this would be a Dread Knight probably, and that's just makes this hand much better. So yeah, I mean, the purpose of this video is to kind of see how the Beseech version feels. I'm gonna keep this just to see what happens. I don't care about my rank. Okay, so we're playing as aggro pirates. Okay, well, that's a decent draw. See what happens here. From my recollection, Yawgmoth is a pretty good blocker against this deck, but we'll see. This is a really good find. Good Bushwhack here. Bushwhacking feels pretty good, so we don't have much else to do. Just get another black mana. Okay. Gonna drop Glissa down and have some blockers. That's pretty sweet. Okay. Black is good. So we're gonna Beseech next turn. Feels pretty good. Trying to think though what we're gonna get. Glissa is a wall. He's only gonna be taking 2 damage a turn at this point, unless he gets a +1 on this, which he did not. He's ramping up quickly though. Okay. I could tail smoke this too. It's not a bad option just to get rid of this thing. Obliterator is a pretty good card. So is Roaming Throne. Let's just Beseech. I like Virtue. If we get... Is that how it works, or we get to keep it at the top? I don't even know. I don't... Honestly not sure. Okay. Oh no, we're just gonna sit back. Next turn we should just win. If they don't have a way to remove the roaming throne. Which they might. If they are looking at it. Ooh. Somebody made a mistake. If that thing +1s too, which it did, both of these did. No blocks. He has to lose 8 permanents here, so we'll see if he does. Unless he has some kind of... Oh my god, did I just not play a Cavern of Souls when I could have? Ooh, that's gonna hurt. If he has... Oh my god, he does. Of course he does. Why did I just do that? Oh, that hurts. That hurts because it was so stupid. I hate when I make mistakes like that where you just should win and you just don't because of your stupidity. Yeah, that pretty much just makes us lose. I don't see how we win now. Oh god, that's so stinky. So stinky, man. We literally... I mean, he could have disrupted our tail swipe anyways, so... That's not possible. I mean, we wouldn't have necessarily lost, but having the Obliterator down is pretty nice. Wow, yeah, we're... I don't see how we can win now. Yeah. What a jackass. What a jackass. Bushwhack isn't the worst. We only have 6 mana, yeah. It's not enough. Not enough. Alright, into our 3rd game, going 2nd for the 3rd straight game, which is, you know, horseshit. But again, this is just all for testing. Alright, so we're playing against this dickhole deck, so I'm trying to think here. I'm probably just going to play Scrapgorger and have them find a way to deal with it. We'll see. If they play Thalia, we can't play Virtue anyway, so... Okay, that's a good sign. Here. Yeah, I mean, if they want to deal with Scrapgorger, it's totally fine. We can just Virtue next turn, so... Okay. And Scrapgorger can block the 2-1, so... And if he doesn't deal with it, which it does not appear he is doing, we can just ramp into things. We're definitely going to just play Sheoldred. And then next turn we are going to Bushwhack. Something, potentially. I'm sure he's going to try to deal with Sheoldred. It's fine. Okay. So then we just play the Scrapgorgers. Hopeless Nightmare is not the worst thing ever, either. But I think we're just going here. And then we're just going to just Bushwhack his recruitment officer. Force him to sacrifice 2 permanents. Yeah, he probably gets rid of the 2-1. Okay. Keeps the recruitment officer, I guess, to be able to get it back from a flash creature. Okay, now we can Virtue and Hopeless Nightmare, or play Obliterator, and Let's do this first. I'm guessing he has more flash creatures. Okay, Make Disappear is a good card to get rid of. We can just try to... I'd rather, honestly, because we're at 6 mana, I'm actually going to keep the Virtue, and if this is uncounterable anyways. Which one could have tapped out, but we're at a point where we can start minusing 7. Do we want to swing in for a 1? Yeah, I don't see him doing a ton of damage next turn. If he has a way to deal with the Obliterator, he could do like 3 or 4. He has another Resolute Reinforcements. Okay, that card. Yeah, I figured that's what he was doing. A little. Okay, so he's got that, so we have Virtue to deal with that Flyer, which is his way to get over the top. We have enough mana for Make Disappear. And then, honestly, we have Lethal next turn. So depending what he's doing here... Yeah, we have Lethal in multiple ways next turn. So let's just Virtue that. If he counters it, that's amazing. Okay, we're just gonna swing in with both Obliterators, I think. I don't even care about the Gorger. I think we're just gonna go for this because we have Sheoldred. If he blocks, he has to sacrifice permanents, plus we trample. So he's gonna have to sacrifice 2 permanents here. So he's gonna sacrifice the reinforcements, and I think that'll pretty much do it. Because we're also about to cast Sheoldred, so you have to flash that in. Oh, okay, I guess not. Get rid of that thing. It's a good turn. Yep, good game. So I mean, that's a meta deck. We beat the meta deck. Gorger helped us a lot there. You can see how Gorger is useful in multiple ways. That was without Roaming Throne, so still effective. Again, going second for the 4th straight game now in testing. I mean, again, we're just going to keep things and see how they feel. It'd be nice if we drew a Nightmare or a Bushwhack here. Okay, so this probably is a loss. I love how they always go first. Like, why do they always go first? I don't ever remember going first against this deck. We're definitely Virtuing. Okay, I mean, that's fine, but... So we're gonna go Roaming Throne if we draw our 4th land, which we should. We have 25 lands, but you know how Arena likes to do. Okay, so that's not the worst thing ever. Obliterator's really, really good against them. But we do need black mana. That's a good draw. But we still need black mana and a 4th mana. And this is one of the things about this deck that is why I like the Dread Knight version, just kind of as we're playing it, is this is another 4-drop, which makes it difficult if we don't find that land. You saw last game how great it is when we find the Gorger, but if you don't have the Gorger, then you're dealing with some things. Okay, so it's pretty solid. There's the 4th land, but it's tapped, of course. I feel like this is going to get pretty rough pretty quick, especially because we have 0 blockers. Okay, yeah, so not great. I mean, this is our best bet here, is to just slow them down. Any damage that they do to Obliterator is going to cause them to sacrifice permanents. So that's nice, but I don't know how nice it is. It's not the greatest. Okay, he's just... that's actually... it's not the worst thing ever. That the Obliterator just shut him down. Really be nice if we draw a Tail Swipe here. Okay. Like Tail Swipe. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's pretty good. What's his biggest creature? Okay. Phyrexian. We're just gonna kill that so he can stop these flyers. To sacrifice 6 permanents here. Next turn we can Beseech the Mirror and get a Tail Swipe. He does have so many permanents though. Yeah, man, it's a lot. I would imagine he's not going to get rid of his flyers because that's his way to win. Okay. Still pretty good for us. I'm still going to sit back and block. He's going to make the Gingerbread unblockable, so he's going to take 5 damage here, which is insane. Okay. Oh, Monastery Swift Spears doesn't really do much, it just except gives him another permanent. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't make the Gingerbread unblockable, but okay. Alright, so he can do that next turn, so we have to get Tail Swipe now. And hope that it does enough. We'll see. You could sacrifice this. What does it cost? Costs white mana? He doesn't have any white mana, so we want to kill the Gingerbread, right? Or the 2/2 flyer. Either way, this is bad. Except with creatures with haste. And the flyer's bad too. So he's gonna lose 4 permanents, so I thought he couldn't do that because it has to be, oh, white or 2 life. Okay. That's not great. Why does he have to have that card? Yeah, so that was stupid that I just didn't play that on my own turn. Okay, again, I keep making mistakes. So, yeah. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, going second for the 5th straight game now. Which again just feels like complete bullshit. A Bushwhack. I mean, this deck that we're playing against, it's not a good sign. You're probably playing against Orzhov Control, so that's not good. Which is an awful matchup for us because we don't have anything to deal with control decks. Okay. Deep Cavern back, great. So we lose the Gorger immediately, which is our only creature. Wonderful. We have a Virtue now. Take the Beseech. Okay, it's fine, whatever. It'd be nice to go first. It's kind of hard to really know. So we're 2-2 so far. Yeah, we're playing against this stupid ass deck, so okay, we're going to play Hopeless Nightmare. Cavern of Souls would be nice, but we don't have it. But we do have the Beseech, so we can go Roaming Throne into Beseech and Obliterate, so we'll see if we can get that to go off. See? Cavern of Souls is the card we absolutely need right now, though. Okay. We can definitely play Roaming Throne, so that's good. Okay. Obliterator is good. So we are actually just going to Roaming Throne into Obliterator and then Tail Swipe. So we didn't even need to find anything. Beseech the Mirror would actually be just a backup. So we could actually do that. If we had Cavern of Souls, okay. So this, I mean, I think we just win here. Oh, I have a reach. I can block that. Why is he attacking with this? I'm so confused. Why would he attack with this? He's tapped out. Why would he do that? I'm really confused why he did that. Oh, I guess he wanted to get rid of the big guy? I don't know. I really don't know. We're still gonna get rid of 4 permanents here, but I'm not sure. Get our Gorger back, which is nice. We can Beseech the Mirror next turn for a Tail Swipe or a Bushwhack. Okay. So he loses 4 permanents. So I'm guessing 2 lands and the other 2? Or 3 lands? And the Virtue. I don't know. Either way, it's bad for him. Okay. So he's going Loyalty land. Okay. We're in pretty good shape. So this is another meta deck. Again, going second. I do like the Beseech. I'm not going to say I don't like it. Again, the only problem I have is the fact that we I'm going to save the Beseech. The biggest problem I have with it currently is we're still 2 turns away from Sunfall. Is that it's slow, you know? Okay, Refine doesn't really do a lot. Do we have something to deal with the Refine besides just swinging in? Let's just swing in. These are both. We can draw 2 cards here. Yeah, drawing 2 cards feels pretty sweet. Let's see what we get off the draws. Second Beseech, okay. Okay, down to 8. I definitely think we should put more pressure on the board. I think we should just put oh, I didn't even realize you could sacrifice a throne too. That's pretty sweet. Honestly, backup Glissa is not bad, but I don't even know if that's how that. Again, I don't know if that's how that works. We're just gonna play the Phyrexian, cast it, play this, and we are 1 mana away from being able to just take over. But the fact that he's gonna get bigger is good too. Let's just end our turn. Go wedding announcement. Virtue. Oh wait, next turn the Gorger is attacking as well. We're gonna just hold on to the Beseech again to get the tail swipe. He has another go for the throw the Obliterator that doesn't really do that much. Okay. Why is he playing that? Okay. So I mean that's what we're 3 and 2. No, what are we 3 and 2 or 4 and 2? I don't know. But beat a couple meta decks now, so. Okay, so in true arena fashion, we are going first, but now we are mana screwed with no green mana. And still 2 mana again. So we're gonna get rid of Tail Swipe. Play this, and do that. See if we draw land. We did not draw land. So we're going to Bushwhack and Nightmare here. Get a black mana. Alright. At least we get to go first now, right? That's nice. Isn't that nice? Let's do this first. Okay. They are gonna kill it. No. No, they're not. They're not gonna kill it. Yeah, they are. They are absolutely gonna kill it. We could Bushwhack here and get another black mana. That seems fine. Oh, they didn't kill it. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely drawing cards. Okay. I'm gonna play Glissa, so they have two different choices of things to kill, and then that way we can Roaming Throne next turn and benefit off of their triggers. So they can kill one of these if they want. We could also Bushwhack something. We draw another land. Really, we're playing against ourselves. Are you kidding me right now? That is amazing. I got something for you. Yeah, we're just gonna play Roaming Throne though. Wow. Talk about. Doesn't this just do 1 damage? If he blocks? Yeah, if he blocks it just, I mean if it does 3 then we get rid of Nightmare, land. I mean, he's gonna have something here, so that's fine. Okay, whatever. Let's go this for sure. I think we're gonna go Yawgmoth and let's get rid of one of our black lands so we can Bushwhack if we need to. Nice. Look at that. Do we need both these? Yeah, we're gonna do like that because we're gonna play Scrapgorger. Hopefully it doesn't have another Obliterator. Oh my, he's literally playing, we're playing ourselves. This is literally the deck that I came up with like a week ago. Okay. Yeah, we know there's a black mana on top. So we're still gonna just swing in with Glissa here. It's so funny, isn't it? Playing against a deck that I just created. Yeah, there's that black land. Beseech the Mirror is good. Alright, so we have game next turn. We'll see what happens. They might have game too, though, so this is typical arena fashion. We go first, and then we play against a mirror match. Arena is probably my least favorite gaming platform I've ever played on. It is redonkulous. Does he have it? Prize fight, okay. That means we win. That means we win. I like the prize fight. I do like the prize fight. He might have a go for the throat here. So what we're gonna do first is swing in with Glissa. So he can choose to block if he wants. Or kill it. Try to act like we don't have the thing. Draw 2 cards. Okay, Virtue and Scrapgorger, okay. I don't like that he has 2 mana open. I think we're just gotta try it, right? Wish it was Tail Swipe. We could Beseech and get Tail Swipe. I don't want to do that though because does this do? Sacrifices. He has 3 mana, yeah. No. Yeah, I should have beseeched. I forgot I had ward. I'm so silly. Should have just played a Scrapgorger. So silly. Silly me. Wouldn't that be crazy if he plays the Obliterator next turn with the tail swipe, and then we just both lose all of our permanents and start the game all over? That would be crazy. Oh, thanks, Arena. Thank you for this. He's at 5 mana. We're at 5 mana. I do like the prize fight. I've thought about that card. The only thing I didn't like about it, of course, was the fact that it's 2 mana. Okay. He's searching his library for a basic land. Okay, he's got the land. Does this mean he's gonna... He has the Obliterator thing? Is he gonna do it? We just swing him with everything here and tail swipe if he tries to kill us. He has to block if we do this, right? We have a tail swipe. I mean, even if he kills the roaming throne here, it's not great. For him, it's not. Just go here, be conservative. Just draw 2 cards while we can. Okay, he's gonna kill the Glissa. Duel for dominance. What does that do? Okay, so now we're going to... Do we care about losing the Glissa? I don't really care about losing the Glissa. Now we play Scrapgorger, which allows us to play Virtue next turn, possibly, if we wanted to. And then we're just gonna hold up tail swipe for a big guy. He's at 6 mana. Okay. was interesting how that just happened. Okay. Should have put that under full control mode or something? I don't know what just happened. Like I said, this is quite an annoying matchup. We could just play Virtue here. Take away Roaming Throne. And Backstone's Twilight, sure. So yeah, we're definitely swinging in. So we find a Sheoldred at any point in time, we just win. But if he finds the thing, the Roaming Throne and the Bushwhack, we are in trouble. Okay, that's really not a problem. So now we're just gonna... Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, he just found a fight spell, so we lose 0 permanents. Why would he do that on... Oh, because he can't. I see. I see. Yeah, we're definitely just gonna get back the Obliterator and just fight him and he just dies. Then he loses all his permanents, we lose 5 and we swing in a win. Sacrifice 6 permanents. Do we care about the Virtue? I do actually want the Virtue. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. I guess I shouldn't have given it +1. That was kind of silly. Doesn't matter though, because he's gonna lose everything. So, and we just win. Why would he have attacked with the armored? Fought the... Oh, because it had War 2. Okay, that's... I keep forgetting that. That was an interesting one. Of course, we go first and we play against ourselves. Really weird matchup. My God, Arena, man. This game, you can't make this stuff up. Go second 5 times, then go first and play yourself. So we'll stop things there. I went 4-2. Beat Esper Legends and Soldiers, and then I lost to Mono Red as far as meta decks. I made a couple misplays with silly stuff as I'm learning how cards work that I should have already known how they work. I definitely like this mechanic. It definitely helps the consistency. It's more about just surviving. So it's more about just, can we survive? Like, super aggro decks are going to be the biggest problem. And again, I think that's where Dread Knight comes into play, because it's a blocker against those aggro decks. Even with Sheoldred, it's gaining us life. If we have this out plus Sheoldred, it's gaining us 3 life every time we draw a card, which is crazy. So yeah, I don't know. Really just depends on the day of what you're playing. Let me go show you the Dread Knight list again. That's this one, I think. No, that is not the Dread Knight. Yeah, so here's the Dread Knight list. So we have in the 2 Bitter Triumph as instant removal. We have that for ramp. Here's all of our card draw, which feels really good. And then we still have 4 Obliterator, 4 Throne. We still have the 2 Virtue. But it just feels a little more balanced. I do like the Beseech though, so it's hard to say. I think if you feel like you're going to play against aggro, play more of this so you have more blockers and instant removal. If you feel like you can pace yourself a little bit more, maybe the Beseech version. I don't know. It's a fun deck. The Mire match was really weird. I mean, literally, it was just having the Roaming Throne out was the advantage. I do not know why he didn't make the Obliterator fight our Armored why he made it fight this. That, again, I keep saying that. Wow, I must be tired. It's because this had Ward 2. So we lucked out because this had Ward 2. He had an interesting list, though. He was playing a lot of interesting cards in his list. Not as streamlined as mine. But, you know, let me know what you guys think about the deck, or any thoughts that you have about cards to use that are different or that could make this list even better. I definitely think it's competitive. I wouldn't call it top tier, but I would definitely say it's competitive. It can surprise your opponents. If you don't make misplays all the time, you could probably do pretty good with this. But I think overall, like, I've played probably like 40 games with the Obliterator Roaming Throne combo, and it's about 75% win rate. You can see the deck, and I'll post the link in the video, but it's on mtgdecks.net. It went 25-5 the first run through. I haven't had a lot of time to play lately. I am a busy man. But yeah, I am liking this more in testing, when I've kind of played around with it, just because it gives me that flexibility and just that constant card draw and the, you know, the nuisance that Dread Knight becomes. Also a 2-mana spell. I do like having the 25th land. I think that's important. The deck has felt better. I haven't had mana issues as much. So I think that's important too. I think that's the sweet spot with the 3 Gorger at least. You could probably play 4, but 3 at least. But I mean, if I was going to play a 4th one, I'm not sure what I would cut. Because I have more of these, you know, earlier spells, it's not as important. So, but the Gorger is great, especially with the Throne, just getting rid of 2 cards and becoming an attacker, getting the virtues out. This definitely feels right at 2, but you know, again, that's when you're not able to gain as much life. So Restless Cottage might be good in certain situations. You want to have instant speed removal, which you do with Tailswipe, but you have to have a Glissa out. And the problem with fighting, of course, is that Glissa dies to a lot of these things. So it's not like when you go to combat where the first strike Death Touch is unstoppable. I wish it worked that way, because then this would be insanely busted. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate the comments and the likes, and let me know anything I can do to improve the videos as well. Always appreciate feedback. But you guys have a good one, and take care. Peace.